Hello friends, this is Double Helix. Today we are going to speak about artillery. Yes, you heard me right. Artillery, cancer, sky cancer, clickers, etc, etc, etc. Every one of us have experienced one-shots, heavy damage, incapacitation of the tank. But let's get back to the artillery. What makes artillery players successful? There are several factors that determine this. First of all, you need a map, open map where you can shoot in many directions. Second, you need enemies that make mistakes. And I can say that this is the most important factor. There are a few other factors that determine your success with artillery. One of them is your correct reading of the minimap, your correct evaluation of the situation, not just now, but in the next few minutes. In general, you need to predict what is going to happen and where you need to focus your fire. Another important thing is the correct evaluation of the threats. You need to choose your targets right. Artillery is considered the support class, so your targeting should support your team. You don't need to focus on the slowest target or the immovable target, but you need to help your team to eliminate first threats like fast mediums, scouts, camping tank destroyers. Another Your task as well is to check the usual bushes where spotters hide. For example, on Fury Salient or Prokhorovka, the bushes on E1 if you are on the bottom side, or G1 if you are on the upper side. Another key role of the artillery is to focus fire where your team is defending or pushing. Every shot you land there and you cripple enemy tank or destroy enemy tank helps your team to preserve its hit points and helps your team to gain victory. Since you are not a heavy tank or a medium tank that have a lot of DPM, you shoot every 30-40 seconds, you need to choose your targets wisely. As you can see from the video, the shot I just landed, I targeted their object 140 for several reasons. First, it's a fast tank with a good DPM. Second, it was tracked. This helps your team, because this tank stays stationary for more than 15 seconds, and the tank destroyers that were camping behind were able to really grind him. And as well, you get additional credit and experience because of your tracking. Another important thing for the artillery player is positioning. Most artillery players barely leave the spawn point, and this limits their ability to land good shots, which is the key factor for success. As you can see in this battle, I have occupied a bit unusual spot for artillery. It's open, I can be spotted from any tank that comes relatively close to our base, but that allows me to land better shots because I'm shooting from above. As we speak about positioning, many artillery players do one very common mistake. They do not reposition. They do not change their position even when they don't have any target for several minutes. In this battle particularly, I haven't repositioned because, as you can see, the situation developed in such a way that allowed me to have good shots from the position where I stay. Another common mistake that many artillery players do is they save their shots and they don't shoot tanks with low HP because they consider this as waste of a shell due to the high reload time, high aiming time, etc. etc. But you need to understand, and I'm speaking to the theory players that do this mistake, that it's a team play. You need to take out every tank you can in order to gain victory because it's not a solo play, it's a team play. So if you have a target with 200 hit points, shoot, don't hesitate. Take this gun out because this will be one barrel less for the enemy team. One barrel that can deal a lot of damage. Because as we well know, tank on one hit point and tank with full HP deal the same amount of damage if they are alive because they keep shooting, shooting, shooting. So don't hesitate, just shoot. Of course, it's good to target, to aim good, to wait for the circle, to be maximum close, because artillery is not famous with its great accuracy. It's not a grille. And when you're shooting across the entire map, your shell, in most cases, goes somewhere there. In order to improve your accuracy, it's highly advisable to use one game modification, the so-called battle assistant. It provides you with a bird view, as you can see from this replay. I use it with my artilleries because it gives me a better understanding where the trajectory of the shell goes, and it helps you to shoot over obstacles on slopes. In fact, it helps a lot. So it's highly recommendable for every any artillery player. And don't worry, it's one of the modifications that are allowed from wargaming. And in fact, according their announcements, they are going to implement it into the game client in the next year. Hopefully, it will be in patch 9.18 or 9.19. As we are on the topic of the game implementations and game changes, during the wargaming event that was held a week ago in Moscow, there were a lot of announcements related with the rebalancing of the artillery, which Wargaming finally considered as imbalanced, and I completely agree with this. In fact, that had to be done years ago, but finally, there will be changes that are going to be tested in the second iteration of the sandbox in January. One of the major changes is going to be the damage that artillery deals. There will be no more one-shots like this Gorilla got just now. They plan to decrease the damage in half, to increase the splash area, and to provide the artillery with a new feature called Stun. It was tested in the first iteration of the sandbox, but it appeared quite overpowered, so Wargaming announced that they are going to decrease the stun time. There will be consumables that are going to decrease the effect of the stun. So hopefully in the next year we'll have artillery in its real support role as team support, not as major damage dealer, which I appear in this game, as you can see later from the battle results I have added here. Well, my personal opinion is that wargaming are going in good direction towards artillery, and there will be another important change. The artillery, according what was announced, is going to be limited to 3 in a battle. Mm, well, my personal opinion is that 2 is the best, but you know, wargaming are considering the amount of tanks you can have in a platoon, so they have decided to set the limit to 3. Well, this may be related as well with the fact that we have 5 types of machines, so 3 is 20% of a random battle, which consists 15 tanks in each team. Amongst the other changes that Wargaming are preparing for their theory, this is going to be increased accuracy. The reload time will be kept the same, but the aiming time will be decreased as well. So hopefully these changes will turn their theory in real support than damage dealer. I think that was enough for today. I hope you have enjoyed my video. If you like my videos, if you like the way I present everything, please subscribe to my channel, click likes because your interest is my major motivation. If you want me to do some other videos concerning other topics, please leave your opinion in the comments below. I'll read them and I'll be happy to answer every question you have. I wish you a Merry Christmas and Happy upcoming New Year. Double Helix out.